So, yung phone na i-review natin ngayon, kasya dito sa envelope. Ganon siya kanipis. Actually, alam niyo na to. So, today, pag-uusapan natin yung bagong-bagong TECNO Slim. Tara, pag-usapan natin. Actually, by the time guys that you're watching this video, tapos na yung embargo, na-launch na siya, tapos na rin yung mga first sale discounts. The original SRP is 9,499 pesos. And then starting today to October 31, may 20% discount sa mga TECNO offline stores. Tapos available din siya sa mga SPay Later, Home Credit, and more. Nakita ko na to actually, tong phone na to sa MWC early this year. Alam kong napanood nyo rin yung video natin na yon. In-upload ko rin yon sa shorts dito sa YouTube. And it actually also has that stainless steel colorway. Ang ganda nun, nagustuhan ko siya. Pero alam ko naman na hindi siya pang pasmado. Maganda siya kasi naalala ko yung iPod Touch. Anyway, from concept to reality, ito na siya guys. It's out and pwede na siyang mabili sa market. Actually, before, sabi ni TECNO, yung mga prototypes nila, inamin nila na medyo masyadong magaang. Kumbaga, parang nasobrahan naman. Na para bang wala namang components sa loob. So, TECNO added a way to make it feel more of a phone. Hindi ko nga alam paano nangyari yun kasi again, we have here the iPhone Air na hindi naman magaang pero manipis. I don't like comparing budget phones to premium flagship devices, pero again, I just wanna point that out. This phone is just 5.93mm thin. And it gives that impression na parang sobrang mas manipis pa siya than other thin phones dahil doon sa kanyang curved back. Actually, hindi lang yung back yung curved, even yung front display niya curved din. In terms of build, TECNO used here yung aerospace grade fiberglass back for that added durability. Of course, meron din siyang Corning Gorilla Glass 7i para naman doon sa kanyang display. So, those are the things you need to know dahil alam naman natin na number one concern dito, alam ko rin na concern nyo yan. Ako rin naman actually, is how is the durability. Nakakikita ko sa TikTok guys, pag nag-browse ako, yung mga live seller ni TECNO, pinupukpok nila to. Hindi ko yun ginawa pero nakikita ko na ganun nila binibenta yung phone. Hindi naman yung first time ginagawa kasi even Honor, ganyan, ginagawa nila to. And that speaks a lot. To showcase durability, we really have to do those type of test. Even though, syempre, on a regular day, hindi nyo naman ipupukpok to, ipang babasag, ipang kakat ng kung ano-anong prutas or pagkain. Ang importante, at the end of the day, matibay siya. And that is because of its US military grade shock and drop resistance, which is again very rare sa mga phone na ganito kaninipis. And aside from that, this one also has an IP64 rating, so it has that splash resistance. Pwedeng matalsikan, pwedeng maulan na ng onte, pero again, take note, hindi pwedeng ilubog sa tubig. If you guys are curious about how the TECNO Slim looks like beside the iPhone Air, here they are. Parehas din silang puti, pero guys, yung iPhone ko, color gold to. Hindi lang talaga siya nakikita or nag-show. TECNO Slim is 5.93mm, while the iPhone Air is 5.6mm. Uulitin ko, hindi ito yung pinakamanipes na meron tayong phone out there, but in terms of like the curvedness, it is the slimmest. Alam kong unang napansin nyo dito sa TECNO Slim is of course yung umiilaw niyang camera module. Technically speaking, it only has one camera on its back. May parang mood light siya that gives you like indicator. Either you are charging or you received a notification or kaya naman kung ano yung mood ng phone or anong status ng device mo. So for example, nag-iiba kulay niya guys, depende sa kung anong ginagawa ng phone mo. Again, charging, notification, and more. Pwede mo tong i-customize sa settings depende kung anong animation yung gusto mo. Well, technically, I would say gimmick siya. Katulad na rin ng ginagawa ng ibang brands like yung paglagay ng rear display ng Xiaomi or yung pag-ilaw ng nothing phone sa likod niya. But if it serves you purpose, again, iba-iba tayo ng trip sa buhay. If for as long as it has purpose, hindi yan gimmick. Again, iba-iba naman tayo ng way ng paggamit ng smartphone. Now, in terms of its display, again, I mentioned earlier na it has a curved display. It's 6.78 inch. It is a huge phone, guys. So, yes, malaki rin ang display niya. Nagulat ako sa phone na to because, one, when I opened this, as in like out of the box, syempre, sinetap natin, sobrang liwanag and to a point na hindi naman din todo pa yung brightness niya. And that is because the peak brightness is 4,500 nits. Again, guys, I'm just basing these specs on their spec sheet on paper. Pero ang masasabi ko lang, ang taas ng brightness ng phone na to, which is good and perfect for outdoor use. Aside from this, very punchy yung color pero hindi naman overly saturated. Perfect for watching videos and yung pag-scroll natin sa social media. At the same time, medyo mahaba yung phone. Again, yung aspect ratio niya is 20:9. Kung medyo mahilig kayong mag-scroll sa TikTok, yung mga shorts, ganyan, okay siya. Pero pag mga games na, medyo mahaba lang siya ng onte, lalo na if, again, you guys use it more kapag landscape. Now, what's very questionable at least, or hindi naman questionable actually, big mystery, paano nila nailagay yung 5,160 na battery capacity dito? I've been asking this question ever since I received this phone here in the studio. In terms of our real-world testing, for moderate use, it lasted a full day. Around 6.4 hours of screen on time naman in terms of like using with Wi-Fi, standby call, occasional camera use. Again, not bad for something this thin. At the same time, this also supports 45 watts fast charging, 10 to 60% in roughly an hour, which is still not bad. This phone also runs the MediaTek Helio G200 processor. And again, guys, yung review unit na meron ako has an 8 gig of RAM and 256 gig of storage. Yung chipset na meron siya, again guys, typical budget phone. Not great, but also hindi rin naman masama. May optical fingerprint sensor din siya for unlocking and locking the device. Responsive, but I wouldn't say consistent. This is not a gaming phone. Huwag kayo mag-expect na sobrang powerful niya. I-base din natin sa presyo na binayad natin sa kanya. So, ang kinutuwa ko lang talaga dito is this phone is, even though manipis, it offers better endurance compared doon sa mga mas makakapal at mas bulky na mid-range devices. Yun lang guys, this doesn't have 5G. Might wanna take note of that. Meron pa rin namang 4G LTE kahit papano. This is still reliable. Okay for calls, data, ganyan. Pero take note nyo na lang guys, now, again, wala nga siyang 5G configuration. Wala ring option na may 5G variant. Wala tayong ganun guys, isa lang. For the cameras naman, uulitin ko guys, yung totoong camera lang talaga nito ay yung 50 megapixels niya. Yung isa, auxiliary lang, pero wala naman siyang masyadong use. And then the front camera is a 30 megapixels. The photos are decent, even yung camera system niya, or yung mismong camera app. Just don't forget na when you're shooting photos, taking photos, itap nyo yung 50 megapixels na nasa ibabaw para ma-max out nyo yung ganda ng camera niya. Parang yung chipset niya, I wouldn't say sobrang ganda, pero hindi rin naman masama. And then the max resolution of the video is 2K at 30 FPS. Actually, no, I am surprised with this phone with how little the compromises are. Considering na rin kung gaano siya kanipis, most of the time kasi kapag may mga bagong ganitong gimmick yung mga brands, lalo na yung mga umpisang phone pa lang, yung mga first gen, madalas may mga sakit sa ulo sila. At least for this phone, at least ha, so far, wala pa. Nagustuhan ko yung display, yung bilis. Again, it's 144Hz. Hindi ko alam kung na-mention ko to kanina, pero parang hindi. But just like any ordinary phone, by TECNO or any brand na meron yung Transsion, there are limitations, lalo na sa software support. Walang minention si TECNO guys, pero ako ang alam ko maiksi lang. So, take note nyo na lang yung part na yon. Anyway, eto na. To end this, again guys, I would say hindi ako masyadong appealed at first sa mga slim phones. Even with the iPhone Air, nung una, when the idea early this year na magkakaroon nga ng mga ganitong phones, sabi ko, nangyari na kasi ito noon eh, diba? Pero, ayun, kasi preference-wise, I'm more of a smaller phone type of person. But after I had the iPhone Air, again, nire-review pa rin natin to, and then after I had this phone, it really makes me think. To a point na parang okay naman pala sa akin yung malalaking phone. Basta, hindi mabigat. Feeling ko talaga ang issue ko yung weight, lalo na pag nilalagay sa bulsa, pag bumabagsak na yung suot ko, like my pants, my shorts, dun kasi ako madalas nahihirapan. Anyway, hopefully we get phones like this, but on a more flagship Android category. So yes, I would say good job to TECNO for pulling this off. Anyway, again, that's it guys. Actually, yun lang. Again, it's your Tech Girl Mary, and see you in our next video. Bye!